Here I have the latest version of my Travel Essentials Kit updated for 2023, and there's a lot to get through in here, so let's get straight into it. This kit is designed to get you out of trouble and solve problems and reduce friction when travelling. And I introduced the first version of this kit a year ago, and since then I've been carrying it with me on every trip when travelling around the UK and overseas. And with the benefit of that experience and also factoring in feedback and ideas from you in the comments, I've updated this kit to make it better than ever. And I'll have links to everything featured in the description below. Okay, so let's start with the pouch. I am sticking with the Maxpedition Mini pouch we have here. I have used this for my outdoor adventure kit too, so check that one out if heading for the great outdoors. And I was not keen to increase the size of the pouch, as there is a temptation to keep adding items when size allows, so maintaining the original dimensions means serious discipline when choosing what goes in here. The pouch itself weighs 90 grams and is reasonably compact and affordable, but what really makes this work is that it opens flat like a book with plenty of elasticated loops, which means everything is easy to grab and most things are also immediately visible. And this is important when quick access is required. A flashlight is super important in my book, and I'm thinking things like breaking down at night, escaping from a hotel room in a blackout, an emergency bike light, or simply getting around in the dark. And my preference is for a headlamp so that it keeps your hands free. And this is the new NU25 from Nitecore, the latest version of my favourite lightweight headlamp. And just to compare, this is the original NU25 from Nitecore. And as you can see, this has changed significantly in the last year. And I still like the original. It's actually a little bit more compact than the new version, and it weighs 10 grams less, like for like. And this is the ultralight version of the new NU25, which utilises this shock cord headband. And it's worth noting that the shock cord headband was never an option in the original version, but many of us modified our own lights to reduce weight and bulk. Apart from the very slight weight and size disadvantage of the new one, it's actually better in many ways. For example, it offers USB-C charging, a much better battery level indicator, a brighter output, and separate variable light levels for both a flood and a spot beam. It also has a very useful 6 lumen mode, which is still bright enough to get around at a push, but lasts an incredible 45 hours if you get really stuck. And there's also red lights here for safety and signalling and to preserve your night vision, and also SOS and beacon modes with the white light. All in all, this is a great light, still very compact and weighing just 45 grams, making it a perfect choice for this kit. Next up, we have the multi-tool, and this was a difficult choice. I wanted something capable of fixing things on the go. Now, previously I used the Leatherman original PST2. For this version, though, I've shifted to a Victorinox Deluxe Tinker, reducing size and cost and losing 27 grams off the weight as well. And we've got here the main blade and a backup blade. Quite often people leave the backup blade until they really need it, then they know it's super sharp. Then we have the scissors, without which I wouldn't pick this tool. And then we have a flathead screwdriver and bottle opener, and a smaller flathead screwdriver with a can opener, and this doubles up as a small Phillips. Then we have the real reason for choosing this tool, which is these set of pliers here. Not as big as you'd find on a Leatherman, but still very practical and useful. Then on the back we have another reason for choosing this tool, and that is the Phillips screwdriver. A lot of people prefer to see a Phillips here than a corkscrew, which would be the other option. Then we have the parcel hook. You use that for anything that might dig into your fingers. And then we have an awl, which has got a scraping edge on it as well, and that can be used for sewing or for drilling holes as well as scraping. So a lot of useful tools there. Then we also have the toothpick on that side, and we have the tweezers on this side. So a very capable functional tool and designed exactly for the reason we've got it in this kit, and that is to fix things. Next we have something new for this kit. So imagine you grab some takeaway food and you realize that you forgot to pick up a fork. Trying to drink a pot noodle is never going to be easy. So I wanted a properly usable full-sized fork that would fit in this pouch, which happens to be actually a bit shorter than a full-sized fork. And this is the solution. This is a titanium folding fork and it works exceptionally well, and it weighs just 18 grams, and the whole thing is locked in place with this slide here, and it feels really solid and it works really well. Now if you prefer a spoon, that is an option also, and I'm sure if you look around you could probably find a spork. If you need a knife, well, you have that in your Victorinox. Carried over from last year's kit, I have this super strong magnet designed for fishing your keys and other important ferrous gear like your multi-tool from that drain or impossible to reach gap. Now I've never needed this yet, but since I've been carrying it for so long now, I can't bring myself to leave it behind, because if I did leave it behind and then I did drop my keys down the drain, then I don't think I could ever forgive myself. The micro cord here is also carried over from last year. It's for use with the fishing magnet, of course, and also a multitude of other general tasks such as an impromptu bathroom washing line, emergency shoelaces, and general securing and fastening tasks. Paracord is too bulky, as you can see, but this is a great compromise between strength and bulk. There is 5 meters in here, and I've applied some heat shrink tubing to keep it tidy and compact in the kit. For on-the-go fixing and repairs, some Gorilla Tape or duct tape simply folded over takes up very little space and weight, along with this. This is a glue stick as previewed in the original kit, which when combined with a lighter then creates a very reliable and practical glue option. All you need to do is heat up the end of the glue stick with the lighter. The glue then starts to melt. You can then apply that to whatever it is you are trying to fix, and then it dries really quickly. And I find this more useful than super glue, which can go off. I've found when it's left and when you come to use it, you find it just has dried up, and is also limited when it comes to larger areas and porous surfaces. So I much prefer this approach for this kit. The lighter on its own can also be useful if you say find yourself needing to light a fire with no other source of ignition, a problem I once experienced having hired a cottage in the middle of nowhere. And you might have noticed I've got a tie wrap on this lighter, and that's to stop the button here being accidentally pressed whilst it's in the pouch and losing all the gas. The pen, I've changed from a Sharpie in the original kit to this one, which is a Fisher Space Pen, and these are known for being able to write in all sorts of different conditions on all sorts of different surfaces, and it's very compact when in the pouch but opens up into a full-sized pen. And I found for this kit at least I have more need for a pen than for a marker. Then we have a small notebook for use in an emergency, obviously to take notes, but I also have personal contact numbers in the back here. As I've realized, I don't have those numbers memorized, and if my phone was out of action I would definitely struggle to call people from another phone, and that lack of recall would be made even worse if I was in a stressful situation. So it's worth noting down the phone numbers of key friends and family, and maybe travel insurance numbers or anything you might need in an emergency. This is a notebook from Rite in the rain and has waterproof pages, so it can withstand a little bit more wear and tear and getting wet, but I mainly picked it because of its size. It's credit card size and fits really well in this pack. Then we have a new addition for this kit, and it is a pre-loaded MasterCard. Now I got this from the post office in the UK, although I'm sure there are providers all over the world with similar solutions. There was no cost to this, and you simply preload the card with a chosen amount, and then you can use it for contactless or card payments or for cash withdrawals. If you lose the card, you can lock it from an app on your phone, so it will stop it working, or if you don't realize you've lost it, you'll only potentially lose the preloaded amount you've put on the card. And the card can be topped up also via the app. It's classed as a travel card, and you can convert currency to any other currency via the app on the go. This is a great backup option, particularly if you lose your wallet, and if you include some cash in the kit as well, then you should be well covered for making purchases in an emergency. Then I have a new addition to the kit in the form of these compressed towels. Now, I've seen these around for some time and I've not really seen the value in these previously, but having played with these after a suggestion in the comments, I've been really impressed. Not much larger than an extra strong mint. Simply get these in contact with a little bit of water and they instantly expand. So I now have a very absorbent cloth here, and that can be used for cleaning hands and also face, or for mopping up spills. And these are much more tough and reusable than tissues, and it's well worth keeping a couple of these in the kit. Whilst on the subject of wipes, I've included a couple of antibacterial hand wipes in here, and these are the sort of thing you'll want when you've been shaking hands with everybody, say at an event, and you can't find your hand gel. And these wipes also have the benefit that you can also clean a surface or an item that you think might be contaminated, because you've got a cloth to do it, and that's something you can't do with hand gel. Also carried over from the previous kit, I have a bunch of zip ties or tie wraps, and I've held these neatly together using another piece of heat shrink tubing, and that works really well. Then we have one of the most important items in the kit, and it also happens to be the heaviest, and that is the power bank. Now, this is a key focus for this kit, primarily to keep your phone charged when access to mains power is lost. And we all know a phone is not just for making calls, it's also for many different forms of communication, as well as navigation and access to information. And we can be lost quite literally without them. This is the NB10000 from Nitecore, and this is the lightest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank in the world today. And it's made from carbon fiber to keep the weight and profile to a minimum. And this 10,000 milliamp hour capacity will charge most phones at least twice. It will also charge the headlamp here and potentially other items if needed. The one I'm using in the new kit is the second generation version of the power bank. The original version is pretty much identical, other than you've got these yellow accents here on the new one and a different switch, and the battery level is easier to read. With the power bank we need cables, and previously I've used these 3 short cables from Goal Zero. But the challenge with these is I don't have USB-C charging capability, and that takes away the option of fast charging when it's available. So ideally, to cover all bases, we need 6 cables, and that's exactly what I've got with this here. This is the InCharge X, and regular viewers will know I'm a big fan of this and have featured it in previous videos. The weight is actually the same as those 3 cables, but this is more compact and also provides 6 connection options. On the input we have USB-A and USB-C, and then on the output we've got Lightning, and in the end there we've got the more rarely used now micro USB if it's needed, and then we have USB-C as well. So this is effectively 6 cables in one, and a great compact addition to this kit. To further support my charging needs, I have here in the hidden mesh pocket at the front of the pouch a very compact USB-C mains charger. Now, the UK British plug is notoriously large. due to the earth requirement, and that is a factor of the heart-stopping 230 volt system we have over here. So the fact that this is so compact is a bit of origami genius, because it goes from flat to that. For overseas travel, I have different options, and if you live in a different country, I'm sure you'll have access to your own, probably even more compact alternatives. So this can recharge the power bank or directly charge your mobile phone or the headlamp or anything else for that matter. Then in the back here I have the absolute minimum meds just to get by for the day, and a few minimal first aid items, and to be clear, this is not an alternative to a dedicated first aid kit. I have here aspirin for pain, and it also might help if I feel I might be having a stroke. There's also a couple of allergy tablets in here and some diarrhea meds, which can be worth their weight in gold. In here I have a small dressing, some band-aids or plasters, and some antiseptic wipes, basically just for the odd cut or abrasion. Then finally here I have a basic sewing kit, which I think came from a hotel room, and some water purification tablets if you absolutely have to drink from a questionable source. And there are some earplugs in here as well, and these are new for this kit. I picked these after a lot of research, and it seems a lot of you have struggled to get some sleep when the hotel newlyweds next door are having a party for two. And then we have these thin optics emergency glasses, which I've mentioned before, and these are an absolute lifesaver if I ever lose my glasses. And incidentally, I'm still a big fan of these Mylar Ziploc bags. They're stiffer than the polythene counterparts and slide in and out of the pouch much more easily. So compared with last year's version, this takes up the same amount of space but has an improved headlamp and power bank. Then we have the addition of the compressible towels, the earplugs, more charging options, the upgraded pen, the pre-loaded credit card, and a full-sized fork. And then with the multi-tool option, we have the addition of a toothpick and tweezers, the parcel hook, and the awl, although we do lose the file feature from the original Leatherman. All in all though, I think we've got some really good upgrades with this kit. So let's see how everything fits back in the pouch. And you can see here I have carefully chosen the locations for all the items. It can get particularly challenging when you place large items in the elasticated loops on both sides of the pouch, as they simply prevent the pouch from closing. So this is very much like a puzzle. This kit comes in at 45 grams more than the original at a total weight of 627 grams. Now that's not what you would call heavy considering what this kit can do, but you might want something a little more lightweight for taking out with you on, say, day trips, unless of course you're really expecting trouble. So with that in mind, I would recommend checking out this very light 200 gram Urban Essentials Kit, which I throw in my sling bag or backpack when I'm out. You might also want to check out the original Travel Essentials Kit. So I hope that's been useful. Thank you as always for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.